And so now you're back. Like
so
a what?
weird.
A bad blood clot. Like, go away. Leave me alone.
A DVT. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what does that stand for?
Deep vein thrombosis.
This is the medical person of the two of us. And you heard what she said, and she meant it. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's JC from Just Lost JC or whatever. But we obviously have a guest today. This is Fatima, also Fatima Diallo on YouTube. I'm gonna link her channel and all her information below. So while you're sitting here, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button because you're laughing and you're joking, but you're not subscribed. And for all the old peeps, welcome back. We here. So this video is gonna be it's a bit of a motivational girls talk, pep talk. As you can see from the title, we are talking about how you know your worth, ladies, especially when dealing with what the millennials refer to as F boys. And as a quick disclaimer,
So we're probably going to be referring to the male species a lot. Because that's sort of like where our experience has been and sort of where our interests lie. But replace that with any person that you may be in a relationship with and make it yours, and the advice still applies, or at least that's how we mean it to be. Just so you guys know. We want it to be inclusive for everyone.
Hello. F boys, the man them, F women, the women them, the gal them, whatever. Okay, so the first context that we're going to talk about is ghosting. I guess we can give, if you have a brief story of a ghosting experience.
Okay.
They all end the same. Spoiler alert. They disappear. They disappear.
I was talking to this person on the app, the apps, and I asked a question. It was actually a pretty boring conversation, to be 100% real. We talked about the weather a lot. And got to the point where he didn't respond for a couple of days, and then he came back and he started responding again. And then I asked a question, just a question, and then he never responded. Ever again. Ever. Honestly, it's
and that, my friends, is what we call a ghost.
I've never seen him again.
Yeah. And to that I say, good riddance to bad rubbish. Listen, you know that you're worthy of a person that's responding to your text messages. You know you're worthy of a person that's giving you the same energy and time that you were giving them. So don't forget that when they disappear and then you're in this panic stage, which we all do. We forget and we're like, oh my god, maybe I should. No, maybe you shouldn't.
No, when someone doesn't respond to you, it's definitely not you, because you've worked so hard to make it a conversation and give room to have that conversation. And clearly that person doesn't think you're important enough to respond to, so you should think you're important enough to respond to.
Boom!
You know? And take that upon yourself and be like,
bye. This might sound selfish, but this is my motto. I like people that like me, okay? I like people that like me.
Nothing left to say, period. Period.
I like me, and I like people that like me, and clearly you don't fit either of those categories. You're not me. You don't like me, so bye.
There will be someone that won't ghost you.
Exactly. No matter how many people ghost you, all you need is that one. So you can forget about all the 50, 100, getting up there.
And then sometimes you're the ghoster.
Yeah. And you gotta think about the psychology behind that. It's shoot, I know how it feels, and I just kind of did this.
No, I am a lot more aware now, so I try to be very much
that. Yeah.
Hey, just not interested.
Yeah. We define that as this is her turn, which I love.
The inconsistent ghosters.
Tell them! Please tell them.
As the person, in this case, the guy who will talk to you for a long time and make it seem like y'all are having a conversation, then you'll say something, and then they won't say anything for days, and then they'll hit you with the text at like the weirdest times too. Not even times that make sense for like, oh hey, I'm just trying to hit you up, like to like hook up or anything. It's just like random times.
They donkey.
Like weird AMs, afternoons that just text you and be like, hey, how's it going?
Do me a favor,
Completely
please.
ignores
Get
the whole
out of here.
conversation you were having before. Like you weren't having it. And then just jumps in like, hey, how's it going?
I hate that. Because not only are you treating me like I'm dumb, you really believe I'm dumb. Like I could see the last text that I texted you and you just completely ignored it. And that's an inconsistent ghoster because they tried to ghost, but clearly they couldn't even be consistent in ghosting. So what can they be consistent in?
I'm like,
spoiler alert, nothing. And so now you're back. Like
so
a what?
weird.
A bad blood clot. Like, go away. Leave me alone.
a DVT. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what does that stand for?
Deep vein thrombosis.
This is the medical person of the two of us. And you heard what she said, and she meant it. And she meant it. Yeah.
No, that bothered me a lot because then you feel like, oh, okay, hope. Zero hope. Hope. No hope. No hope. You're like on this consistent roller coaster that's controlled by someone else. Because when this happened, I like listened to a podcast and I sent it to her. It's called Girls Gotta Eat. And they were talking to someone and he was like, when they do that, it's because you're second string.
Yeah.
You're like coming off the bench. And I was like,
Don't nobody want to be on nobody's
no. I'm a starter. Okay.
Yes.
I'm a
I don't
starter.
know what that means in basketball
I'm
or
a
football,
starter.
but that sounds like someone that's important.
I am a starter. Okay.
Hello.
I am the quarterback.
What up?
Okay.
Come on, Tom
I'm the
Brady.
backup. I'm
Come
Tom
on, Brady Bunch.
Okay?
No.
You're worth Tom Brady, okay? Don't make yourself the backup.
And also for inconsistent, one of my friends texted me something. I was like, oh, this is really good. She was like, cut your losses while they're still low. Don't do it. Don't do it, sis. Don't do it, bro. You getting back into that, you're now adding more and more stock into that relationship or situationship versus cutting the losses when they're low. The first time they go, they come back, text, who this?
Yeah.
Bye. The losses are low. You didn't lose much.
Legit did
Whatever time you lost, it's not going to be as great as the time you will continue to lose if you continue to allow them to pull the strings like they like to do.
We're the puppet masters.
And that's on period. So, our next topic for talking about knowing your worth is cheating. So, I don't have any personal experience with this.
Same.
But what I can say is that like we can empathize with the fact that being cheated on obviously would not be a great feeling, especially if you have committed to that person and you were doing your end of the bargain or holding up your end of the bargain, which is being faithful to that person. It is tough. You're a human being, you're out there, you see other people. It is tough to be able to have someone at home or have someone that might not be with you and to see someone else that you're like, you can objectively say you're a human being, you're attracted to, like, great, fine. But to be like, I'm not going to act on that. That is a conscious decision that you make, especially if you're a woman, I'd say, and like a guy, like, so a lot of times guys will approach you. Yeah. So like for guys, they have to go out and do the approaching. But for you that might get approached pretty consistently, it is a conscious effort to say, no, I'm sorry, I have someone at home. So to know that you were making that conscious effort, but then to have the person that you're with that's supposed to be doing the same not doing that, it's a bit like a slap in the face, because it's like, I'm a human being, you're a human being, we have one head, we have one heart, and I'm able to do this, but you're saying that you're incapable of. Why? Like if you've always said, if someone cheats on me, I don't think I'd be able to regain the trust, I don't think I'd be able to rebuild it. Don't force yourself to, because you think this person is, because clearly what you thought that person was, they're not. So I don't know if it's worth forcing yourself.
I believe that like when someone cheats, it's about them. It's about their issues and something wrong with how they're placing themselves in that relationship. And I think it's very, very hard. I can't imagine how hard it would be to be on the receiving end of that and to actually have that clarity and be like, this is not my fault. Because I think the easiest thing to do is be like, first of all, like, what did I do to make him not, like, or her, or anyone not want to be with me? What did I do, or what could I have done differently to stop this? And then you start comparing yourself to whoever or whomever they cheated with. Like, I feel like those are the natural, like, inclinations, because I think that's, like, the easy sort of path to go on. But
remember,
it's
not what you said, not your fault. Not nothing to do with you.
No, it's not. And I think it's very hard to get to that point. I think it's very, very difficult. So I always find it really admirable when people can actually work through cheating in relationships, because I think that it's very, very hard to be like, not only it's not my fault, it's your fault, but also build up that trust again, and then trust that they're working on whatever was the issue so that this doesn't happen again. Yeah. And also it's just like interesting to me because what JC was saying, I think that like being in a monogamous relationship isn't easy. It's not meant to be easy. Like I don't think it's easy. Like people think like marriage or all this stuff, like relationships, oh, it's easy and happy. No, I think it's work. I think it's work every single day, and I think that's what people don't realize. And I think that's why sometimes things go south. This is the person that I'm choosing to work for. This is the person that I'm choosing to work at being with. That's the mindset. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to work. And I think if you're not thinking like that, it's very easy to like stray from whatever that relationship is. And so then when that happens, it's not your fault. It's not.
Again, working through the issues, the reason why they cheated is work. Also, remaining in a monogamous relationship and being faithful, if that's what you said you're going to do, is work. So if they couldn't do the work the first time around, now you have to trust that they'll be able to do the work to figure out why it is that they cheated or what's the issue, and also work to maintain the monogamy. That's double work. Like I said, they couldn't do the first part. So it's very admirable seeing someone that is like, you know what, I'm going to trust that you're going to put in the extra effort. And if you're not able to or comfortable with working it out with that person, don't force yourself. You don't have to be a martyr for that relationship. Like, move on. So another thing, a quote I've heard is, your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. So if someone has, I don't know, some rare gem, like a diamond or something like that, we all know what a diamond is worth. That person knew what a diamond was worth. That's why they went and got the diamond in the first place. They said, wow, this is something I want to hold on to. This is something cool. This is something that I paid a lot of money for, or I worked really hard to get with, which a lot of guys and girls do. They work really hard to secure the relationship, to propose, to do the way they do all that. And then it's like, if they do end up cheating, to you sometimes, or to that diamond, it feels like, oh, maybe I'm not really, maybe I'm like coal, or maybe I'm, I don't know, a rock or something like that. But the point is, like, what you are has never changed. It's the person holding the thing has changed.
That's right.
Like their perception of that thing has changed, but that thing is still what it is. The diamond is still a diamond. That person that held on to it just maybe forgot about all the work that they did to do, or they got distracted by maybe another diamond, or maybe the pebble or ruby or something. They got distracted. It doesn't change that you're still a diamond. Again, the value does not decrease because someone doesn't see. The diamond doesn't change from a diamond to a pebble because someone doesn't see it's a diamond. Regardless of cheating, like if you like someone or have a crush on someone and they don't reciprocate, it doesn't change the fact that you sis, you still got it. Period. And I think it's
to everyone. Every single person.
Everybody. You can look at someone and be like, yeah, she probably has no problem there. He probably has.
Everyone.
Everyone can get it.
Trust. You always hear about people who go into relationships and you're like, oh, that person's been hurt before. And a lot of the time it's like, this person has been cheated on, and that's used to like sort of explain a bunch of peculiar behavior in this new relationship. So I think it's very, very important that you really take the time to go through like a grieving process if you decide to leave and not be in that relationship. But also like build your own understanding of your own worth, and then go into every new relationship with that experience being there. Like it's there, it's with you, you've grown because of it, but also don't let that be the imprint on the new relationship. Don't bring all that baggage into the new relationship, even though it's hard, which is why I think it's very, very important to take that time to like grieve and go through that process of healing in your own way, so that when you go into a new relationship, you actually give that new relationship a chance. Otherwise, you're going to be going in and it's going to be like doomed from the beginning, because you're going to be looking for all these signs that maybe you thought you missed in the last relationship, or the things that you thought that person was doing that you like think showed that they were cheating, and looking for it in this new relationship. And maybe this well, it's not maybe, this person is completely different. Let them show you who they are before you tell them who they are, you know? and give yourself that space to like actually have new relationships if that's something that you want.
But like if you move from one place and you had bed bugs and you had roaches and you had every vermin, if you're moving to the new place and you're conscious and you're aware of that and you want this new place to not have those issues, one, you're going to strip all the things that you had before that might have those vermin or whatever it is on them. You're not going to carry a suitcase full of those things and dump it in your new shiny white house, you know? You're going to strip those things. You're going to leave your shoes at the door.
Yeah.
Not going to track the mud through. So I think it's like kind of like that. Like what you went through in the old place still affects you. You still know how it feels like to deal with bed bugs. You don't want those anymore. You know what it feels like to have roaches. You don't want
Such a good analogy.
Yeah, you know what it feels like to have rats. You don't want them, and that's fine. Like having the knowledge of those things lets you know that that's not what you want in this new place. But like to drag that along with you and bring it, then you're like, the place is doomed to be the same as the last place. Even if it wasn't at first, because of what you've brought into it, it has no choice but to be a house that has rats and like rodents and all those kind of things.
It's
Store the mental storage, but like don't carry.
No, that's
store.
so real.
Yeah, store
Yeah.
not carry. Like when you have like furniture and you put it in storage. Yeah.
Wow! Wow! Giving yourself the chance to have new relationships that can show you what you're truly worth. That remind you that you're the diamond.
Boom!
You need to find that other person who's gonna like see you as a diamond.
Exactly.
But you can't bring all the dust and the pebbles with you. Otherwise it's gonna be hidden. We plan to talk about more. We're just gonna do it in a different video now.
Yeah, we have some other topics. Also, we're gonna talk about singleness because while we're talking about relationships, we are but single. When will you marry? You know what I mean? When will you marry?
I get this question all the time.
Yeah, she can do a whole story time on how many people she was almost set up to marry. You need to do story times like my mom tried to arrange my marriage. Please subscribe to our channel because the best is yet to come.
That's such a good idea.
Tell these people.
Oh my god.
The people that we're on Instagram. Oh, I'm gonna put all our Instagrams down below. Links and stuff like that. So follow us on there because we're hitting you with the looks.